Hello everybody, today I want to talk about the delay for the version 2.7 in Genshin Impact and the real truth behind the delay. I know this is a channel focused on V crafting and meta, however moving forward I want to do a little bit of discussion topic on non-meta stuff as well, so let me know what you want me to talk about as well as how you think about the discussion kind of video. Anyway, as we all know that the Genshin Impact 2.7 patch has been unfortunately delayed for we don't know how long until further information, which is really unfortunate as Genshin Impact is a seasonal type of game where every single patch will have one really big and cool event. In the 2.6 patch, we will have the Inazuma Festive, and then the game slowly died down until people catch up again for the next patch. So for example, right now we have a really minor event which is like Spice from the West, where every day you just like craft one food or spice and that's you call it a day. This also unfortunately means that the delay really hurt the game because we might just completely run out of content when there weren't that much content to begin with. Of course, the story that most people like to believe is that, well, the Shanghai has a really bad COVID situation, which makes development really difficult, and therefore the 2.7 patch has to unfortunately be delayed. Now, I'm not denying that the Shanghai has a really bad COVID situation, but the thing is, mihoyo never officially say that this is the reason why there's a delay in the 2.7 patch. But it's okay, we buy the story, whatever, hopefully the people are safe. What's got me really thinking and what's really interesting for me is the fact that yesterday Genshin Impact came out with the drip marketing for the patch after, which is the 2.8 patch, the whatever this guy is, who by the way he's really cool. Now, why is this suspicious? Now, the reason is because this would imply that the 2.7 patch has been fully completed and they are moving on to the beta test for 2.8. That means the 2.7 patch is completely ready already. So there isn't really need for a delay. Now, you might be thinking, just because the patch is ready doesn't mean they're ready to ship it, and that you'll be 100% correct. However, something that got me thinking for the long while is that, well, this is not the first time the world has experienced a COVID pandemic. In fact, we had COVID pandemic for the last 2 years and the world has recently just been opening up again. What I would like to say is working from home is a thing and people has been working from home for like 2 years now. So while it is true that the delay, the development is going to be affected by COVID, it is not going to get to a point where it's completely halted. In fact, I myself is a software engineer for game studio as well, and I frequently work from home, and I know it actually does not impact your development that much. Of course, it's still impacted to some degree, but I don't think it's going to be a point where they have to completely halt development, especially since that they seems to be continuously be able to develop other things like the 2.8 patches. The fact that the drip marketing came out mean that the beta patch is ready, and from leaker information it seems like the character is already playable. If I go on the Genshin Impact leaks subreddit, you can already see footage of the new character being played. Hello, please load the page again here. You can see the new character already being played. I mean, this character is more or less finished, developed, and people are already trying it out. So that means the 2.7 character like Yelan and Suki should be done, as well as many of the major other content. Maybe they're behind on some of the event, we don't know. Nevertheless, even more suspicious is some of the new leak that came out today, which is the beta link are out. However, mihoyo seems to have added a lot more security to the download. Here is a warning given out by Ubacha, which is a really reliable leakers. If you're a beta tester or a leakers, I'll advise you to take extra precaution as they'll be able to track which tester are leaking. This implies to me that mihoyo has been developing more and more security measurement to track down which people are leaking and what leakers are doing so that they can take action. As we know, in the past history of Genshin Impact leak, mihoyo is not a huge fan of leak at all. They has been constantly trying to track down leakers. It's like a game of mouse and cat where they try to catch down. And it seems like this time around they did something about it. They developed furthermore security. They developed software, maybe in the beta patch, that will help identify which tester is leaking. And so the thing I'm getting at is that mihoyo delayed the 2.7 patch, not necessarily just because of the situation in Shanghai, but they also took this opportunity to make sure that the next patch doesn't get leaked as heavily as much, which means they took some time to delay the what we call deployment, which is like the deploying the patch to the live server so that the player can enjoy, to add in some kind of middleman, some kind of security to make sure that information are no longer further being leaked out. And that is the true purpose of the delay. The COVID situation is just a front. Of course, not to mention that other games of miHoYo are continuously being developed. Honkai Impact just came out with a brand new patch, I believe, which is, ooh, look at these booba. Whatever the new patch is. And of course, there is also the brand new miHoYo game announcement, which is Sendless Zone Zero. Now, I want to make it important call out for a lot of people that these games are being developed by different teams. There's a different team that developed Honkai Impact, a different team that work on Sendless Zone Zero, and a different team that work on Genshin Impact. So it does not mean that miHoYo are shifting their effort from Genshin Impact, does not mean that they are pulling out engineer from Genshin Impact onto work on other project, as there are different people who work on different projects. But what's suspicious about the entire thing is that these games, even though they are, I assume that they are in similar office, either in the Shanghai office or I heard there's a Montreal office as well, are continuously being developed, either through a different office location or maybe people are just working from home. AKA, some division of miHoYo are continuously working as normal, while it is only Genshin Impact that has a major delay. I say major delay because it is not a 1-day delay, not a 2-day delay. I think that's normal if you run into like an unexpected issue, you have to delay for 1 or 2 days, and you have all the engineer being on call for urgent issues to try to fix it with as fast as possible. But this is a indefinite delay until further notification, and I think the patch so far has been delayed for 2 weeks or so. By now we might be even entering our 3rd week. So this is a really major delay, and just overall a lot of things just doesn't really add up, especially from my perspective of another software engineer who work on a different game studio. And so yeah, that's really just the thought I want to talk about. It's just like the real truth behind the 2.7 delay. Part of it is because, well, there's no Genshin Impact content, so I kind of have to make up something, so I kind of have to just talk about whatever random discussion topic. It's just for clickbait, I know, but at the same time, it's kind of interesting information to share. I don't really know where this is leading to, but it just like some kind of my thought about what they're really doing behind the scene, because a lot of stuff just doesn't really add up. And so here I'm presenting all the evidence that I could find, but it's up to you to draw the conclusion if you think I'm right or if you think I'm just coping or whatever you think. But with that being said, that is going to be it for the video. As always, let me know what you think about these kind of discussion topic in the comment below. We can talk about non-meta stuff, like we can talk about character design, we can talk about other generic stuff, even about myself, which is why we have a Q&A thread going on, because I kind of want to talk to you guys about myself, since we always talk about meta this, meta that, but never really anything else. So I'm trying to just expand into other category as well. With that being said, as always, that's gonna be it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time. I'm trying to do this in one take, but it's really difficult, but I'll try my best, as well, after all, trying is the only way you can improve yourself in the future. Okay, I'll see you guys.